What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Money Mike Show. Today, I want to go over some of the key indicators that you're going to see when you're looking to invest in the stock market. So, even if you don't have a brokerage account just yet, like a TD Ameritrade or E-Trade or a Fidelity, something like that, it's okay because you'll be able to see these same indicators, these indicators right here. You'll be able to see these same indicators on a finance site like a Yahoo Finance or a Google Finance. They're the same numbers. It's kind of good to start looking at and running analysis on stocks now before you start investing, so you get a little bit of experience. For the purpose of today's video, we're going to use Google Finance. I'm just going to head over to Google. I'm going to type in finance in the search bar. And we are just going to evaluate and run through the numbers of CVS. So a fun fact about CVS, CVS was actually the first company, the first job I ever had. When I was about 15 years old, I was a pharmacy technician at CVS, and I took advantage of the employee stock purchase plan. So I started investing way back then, and I strongly recommend that if you have the opportunity to, that you take advantage of a stock option or employee stock purchase plan at your job, because generally you get it at a discounted rate. And if you're not really willing to invest with the company you work for, you probably shouldn't be working there, okay? So definitely take advantage of that if you have the opportunity to, okay? So you'll see that these numbers are the same thing, the same numbers as what are in the brokerage accounts, okay? So we're just going to go through each one of these indicators and what they mean for you. So the reason why these indicators are important is because you really want to have some data to support the stocks that you buy. So for example, how do you know that this CVS common stock is better than Walgreens or better than Google? You know, it's very good to be able to take these indicators and kind of compare them and run an analysis between CVS and Walgreens and choose which stock you're going to buy based on some data versus just picking a stock because you like the name or because you like one or two of the products. Okay, so it's very important to at least be exposed to these indicators and kind of know what they mean in technical terms and know what they mean for your money. Okay, so let's jump right into the first indicator, and the first indicator is really the share price. So this is saying that CVS common stock, the current share price is $82.17. The stock market opens up at 9:30 a.m. and closes at 4 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So because it's after 4:30, this is a fixed price right now. It's not jumping up and down. The second indicator here, the range, is saying that this CVS common stock price on the last trading day, April 25th, that it traded from $80.68 to $82.40. The lowest and the highest trading price during the last trading day is the range. Okay? The next indicator is the 52-week range. Now, obviously, there's 52 weeks in a year, so this is the lowest and the highest trade price during the last 52 weeks. So what this is saying is simply that CVS common stock traded from $69.30 to $106.67. Okay, now that may be important to you because you want to kind of get a measure of how volatile it is. If it's a wider range than this, you may think it's really volatile, and that may be a reason why you buy or choose not to buy compared to another stock that may be more conservative or it could be even more volatile. So that's just another indicator you can use to make a decision on. Alright, now this open means the open price of the last trading day. So the last trading day was April 25th. It's saying that CVS common stock opened at $81.40. Alright. This volume average means that on the last trading day, April 25th, that 8.49 million shares of CVS common stock were traded. Okay, so this is how many shares of the stock were traded during the last trading day. That's what this 8.49 million means. Okay, now the average is the how many shares were traded in the last 30 days is how they determine the volume average. Okay, so it's saying that during the last 30 days, 6.43 million shares of CVS common stock were traded. All right. So this market cap means market capitalization. And they get this number by multiplying the shares outstanding by the current share price. And generally, market capitalization is a measure of how large a company is. So you'll hear large cap, mid cap, and small cap. So it's talking about the size of the company, but it's also talking about how risky the company is. So generally, large cap stocks are more household names. They're generally less riskier. Obviously, Google, Apple, ExxonMobil, they're not going to go anywhere anytime soon. Okay, whereas small cap and even penny stocks are more riskier or more volatile. They have more growth potential, and you also have more of an opportunity to lose everything. Okay, that may be a measure of why you choose to buy something or not. So market capitalization, PE ratio. This PE ratio means price to earnings ratio, and they get this number. They got this 1667 by dividing the current share price by the earnings per share. Now, the price to earnings ratio is a good measure of comparing stocks in the same sector of the market. For example, CVS to Walgreens or CVS to Rite Aid. It wouldn't make for a good comparison to compare CVS to Google or CVS to Tesla. Okay, you want to really use that PE ratio to compare stocks in the same sector of the market. All right, next is the dividend and the dividend yield. Now, the dividend is the last dividend paid in the last quarter, in the end of the last quarter. So it was 50 cents that were paid to owners of CVS stock, common stock, was 50 cents and at the end of the last quarter. And the dividend yield is referring to all the dividends in the year. So there's 4 quarters in a year. So you're just going to take the 50 cents times it by 4 quarters in a year. You'll get $2, and then you have to divide it by the share price is the dividend yield. Okay, let's look and see and make sure that this number is right. I'm going to pull up the calculator here. All right, so for the dividend, and at the end of the last quarter, they paid out 50 cents. So we're going to do 50 cents times 4 quarters in a year. You get $2, and then you're going to divide that by the current share price. Divide that by $82.17. And it's a yield, so you're going to times it by 100. 2.43. Okay, so that's how they get that dividend yield number. All right, and let's check the price to earnings ratio too, and let's make sure that's right. We're going to take the current share price of $82.17, and we're going to divide that by the earnings per share of 4.93, and we get 16.67. 16.67, okay? This earnings per share is simply just the net income over the last year divided by the shares outstanding. So if you wanted to validate this number, you could simply just pull up their financial records and just divide their net income divided by the shares outstanding, this number right here. Okay? This shares number here refers to the number of shares held by other investors and the company. So there's pretty much 1 billion shares of CVS common stock floating out there in the world. That's pretty awesome. This beta is a measurement of how risky a stock is in comparison to the S&P 500. So the S&P 500 is pretty much an index of the 500 largest companies that are being traded in the market. So generally, if it's less than 1, it is less riskier. If this number is higher than 1, it is pretty much more risky than the S&P 500. As you can see, CVS's beta is rated at 0.84, so it is a less riskier purchase in compared to the S&P 500. Now, this institutional ownership refers to how much of CVS is held by institutions such as pension plans or hedge funds. Okay, so 86% of CVS common stock is held by institutions. I really hope that this video helps you guys understand what these numbers mean. I know investing can be overwhelming and there's a lot of technical analysis, but I'm all about keeping it simple, comparing stocks and making money. So now that you have an overview of what these stocks mean, definitely go out there and start comparing stocks, you know. And I'm actually going to start a new segment of the Money Mike Show called Stock Picks, where I will compare two stocks in the same sector of the market, and I'll let you guys choose and let me know which one I should buy. So stay tuned for that. And also, if this video helped you out, make sure to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to the Money Mike Show for more helpful personal finance videos. I'm Money Mike, helping you reach a financially free future.